Hello everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and make a makeup tutorial on kind of how to do this makeup look. So I was deciding between whether or not to use the tape for like a cut eyeliner or just to let it buff out. I'm going to try the buff out look and then you all let me know what you all would prefer, but I think the softer look goes really well with kind of the things that we're doing. So I'm taking like a fluffy brush. This one just came in a palette. Any brush pack that is like super cheap would be just fine to use. You can always work with brushes. It's all about how you apply stuff. So I'm taking a little bit on both sides of my brush. I'm just tapping the fallout so that I create kind of like a base layer. I'm going to put it starting from the edge of my eye all the way up. And then I'm coming in towards my brow bone into my crease. So again, just kind of rubbing it in the crease and then blending it out as I go up. Just like that. And then I'm going to soften out the edges to just kind of make sure that I got all that good stuff in there. Cool. Now once I have this brown base on my eyelid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a darker shade of brown and I'm just going to very lightly tap into it and then tap the fallout. Again, just lightly tapping in and then tapping the fallout. And then I'm going to start at my very edge of my eyeball, work out and into the crease. Just like that. I kind of made a half triangle and then I'm just going to buff it upwards, inwards, and up. This creates your base for the dimension that you're going to be using. If you want to, you can go ahead and do that again. That just kind of gives you that extra pizzazz. I like to put some going all the way up into my crease, kind of filling out that triangle that we had previously made, and then buffing it out, in, and up. Just to kind of give it a deeper perception. That's probably not the right word. Anyways, I'm going to take my dark shade again, and I'm going to go right under my eyelashes. Not in my waterline. You can always put brown in your waterline, but right now we're trying to make the eyes look bigger, softer. Give you kind of like a more of an approachable, nice appearance rather than like a cat eye appearance. And you're just going to connect this dark brown shade with the dark brown shade we originally had, moving upwards and then blending it with the fluffy side of your brush. Okay, then obviously I'm going to go back in, clean up this fallout under my eye later, and probably just a little bit around, but for the most part you can tell that there's a lot of dimension in my eye. Get a little bit of a better close-up. It's coming all the way up to my brow bone, and then you can see there's a lot of dimension all through here. Cool. Now I'm going to continue. Like I said, I'm only doing one eyeball. Sorry. So, moving on from the browns, what I'm going to do next is my gold. So currently I'm trying to find my flat brush. Found it. I'm going to take a flat, wide brush, really any brush that kind of suits your, like, I guess, ability. I just work better with a small flat brush. You can use any brush that you would like. I put a little bit of water or setting spray on the very tips of my brush, so it's a little bit wet. And then I'm just going to go into a warm tone gold. It does not have to be a super expensive gold. It just has to be very warm. But what I mean by warm is just very light, more colorful. So like this is a cool tone gold, this is a warm gold. It's gonna give kind of like that orangey-er shade. This is a warm gold. Sorry. So I'm going to take the side that I went into, and I'm going to start at the very top of my crease. And I'm going to just pull down. If you have hooded eyelids, start like 1 centimeter below where your brow bone is. Just a little bit. I'm going to dip back into my gold again, and I'm just going to kind of pack on this shade right in the center of my eyelid. To find the center of your eyelid, you're going to open up your eye, and wherever your pupil sits is your center when you're looking straight ahead. Okay, now that we've got this little weird streak looking thing, I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to blend it out into the brown. You want to be really careful to not move the makeup underneath this and instead blend it into what's already going on. So then you're going to take whatever's left on your brush. If you want to grab some more, go ahead and grab some more. I do grab a little bit more just because I enjoy having that pigment. And then I'm just taking it kind of to my inner corner. I'm not filling out my inner corner just yet because we're about to add something else. Also, right now, I'm not wearing eye primer or concealer or anything. So this is just on a fresh eyeball. So if you're not a big fan of concealer or you don't want to put makeup underneath it, it's totally fine. It is workable without anything like that. I personally don't like to. Okay, anyways, this is the palette that I sent to the group chat. It's okay, like, as far as working with it, it's not really hard to, but for the purple, you are gonna have to kind of try and pack it on. So I'm gonna go into this lilac shade, and it's very important that you choose a lilac shade, not the one that has black in it, because it's super dark and it will it will make your eyes look very small. We're trying to go for a wider look. Okay, so I'm like packing this purple on. I'm just absolutely packing it on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at my very inner corner, and I'm going to put a little bit on there, and then I'm going to draw kind of an outline upwards, connecting to where I originally put that line at the very top of my crease. Okay. Then I'm going to take this one more time, just go over it, and then start blending inwards into this gold. So I got a little pop of color. And then always, if you want to re-dip, re-grab whatever colors that you need to. I'm going to go ahead and dip one more time just to kind of pack it on. I have a really small inner corner. My crease is a little bit smaller than where you can see I place the makeup. I like to put mine just a little bit above, because I do have a smaller crease. But when you're first starting out, it's easier just to follow that crease line. Okay? So once you've done that, and it looks semi-blended out into that gold color, you're going to take a tiny brush. You're going to want a tiny brush for this one, just because it's going in small little places. So you're going to take this brush, you're going to wet it. As always, I'm going to dip into this white shade. Didn't even show you. This white kind of like iridescent shade. It does have hints of purple in it, which is very good, because what you're going to do is you're going to put it in this, like, this little meaty part inside of your eyeball. Yeah, right there. Right there. So that when you are looking straight forward, it's just like, oh, it's like a little bit brighter, and then you turn your side and boom, pop. Gorgeous. This one is optional. It's kind of up to you guys if you would like to do it, but it does add just another dimension to it. What you're going to do is you're going to take that same brush and you're just going to put like the tiniest little bit on your brow, like right under it on your brow bone, because it works as a highlighter and as a glitter. So last, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take whatever's left on my gold brush. Where I place it on top of my eye, I'm gonna place just a little bit on the very bottom of my eye. And then I'm gonna dip again into this purple. Like I said, you gotta work with it a little bit. And I'm gonna put it where I put the purple. Connect it to the gold, connect the gold to the brown, and then go back in with this white for a final little pop, connecting them all together. Just like that. And then, so let me get a close-up. This is your final makeup look. You can go back in with the browns afterwards if you would like. I'm wearing mascara right now. I would probably wear lashes with this that look natural. Not anything crazy. Don't do anything too crazy. But yeah, this is kind of just a general idea.